Alex Rodriguez has a major beef.
Hit him up!
Move 'em out!
Move him out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering and BrownsChicken.com.
BrownsChicken.com. Visit their site right now to find the Browns nearest you. It tastes better. Lunchtime beefs and Browns. 22 minutes after 12. You're out and about right now thinking about something great to eat. Boom, there it is, an Italian beef, an Italian sausage, the Chicago way. Like I've been saying for years. Just the way your dad had it, your grandfather had it. You're new to Chicago, you've never had a real Italian beef. Browns. They taste better. Let's go to Brian is out in DeKalb. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Murph.
Hey.
From one Murph to another.
Hey, Murph, how the hell are you, Murph?
I'm doing great.
What's your beef?
Murph, my beef is the All-Star game should not determine who gets the home field advantage. Mr. Pud Selig is taking away the value of the team that wins the most games through the course of the year.
Well, of course, the guy's done nothing smart in his long career as a commissioner, except for one thing. Smart enough to figure out how to earn $17.5 million a year. Thanks, Brian.
Bud Selig declined to talk to us.
Let's go to, it might be an old beef, but it's still a good beef. The cockamamie All-Star game determining home field advantage. Let's go next to, a one line open there because of the hang-up? When someone hangs up, that's your cue to dial quickly. Get you in, get you out, 644-6767. Value at Browns. When the economy's tough like it is right now, you want value. Value, Browns value, lunchtime beefs, Browns value. Doesn't matter how you say it. Let's bring in car phone Don next. Hello, Don.
Hey, how are you, Murph?
Fine, Don. What's your beef?
My beef's with Cub management for not signing Braden Looper and letting Milwaukee sign him.
Well, you know what? I was a big fan of Braden Looper in that as a fourth or fifth guy. I really thought, and our guy Jay Zawoski here kept reading the list last week of all the starting pitchers available, and Braden Looper, Randy Wolf, they're all dropping like flies. There's none left.
Right.
Don,
right.
You know what? I'll agree with you, and you're going to go visit my friends at Browns. Good beef. Hang on, Don.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Breaking news. What do you have, Jay Zawoski?
Yes, Murph. I have some news on the starting pitchers available.
Free agents, you mean?
Yes.
Right?
Oliver Perez?
Yes.
Gone. Randy Wolf?
Oh, I like him.
Gone. Jason Jennings?
Yeah, bum flipper, but okay. What about it? Is he available?
Gone.
Gone.
Ben Sheets?
Bum flipper.
Hurt and gone.
Gone.
Mark Mulder?
Bum flipper.
Available.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Still available.
Braden Looper?
Oh, I love him. I bet you Jim Hendry's on the phone right now.
He is going.
Pending a physical.
Correct.
Let's go to, the clock was ticking, and now the clock has stopped. Literally and figuratively. Let's go to John in Lombard. Hello, John.
Hey, Murph, always a pleasure.
Oh, thanks. What's your beef, buddy?
I got a beef with Chicago sports fans who are complaining that you cannot trade Tyrus Thomas for Stoudemire. It's the same thing I heard last year. And you can't trade draft picks either. Paxton can't draft. He's proved that. And this is the best.
Well, he can draft when he's got the number one ping pong ball with the 1.7% chance.
The sun always shines on a dog's butt every once in a blue moon.
The dog always shines. The sun on a dog. Can we say that on the radio? Thank you.
Well, I was going to clean that up.
Well, that was okay. I like it, John. I might steal that line. Thank you, buddy. 644-6767. What's your beef? My friends over at Browns, let's get back
Hey,
there.
Murph?
Yeah, Jay, what? I'm very busy.
What's your beef?
Oh, thought you'd never ask. Billy Joel and Elton John.
Billy Joel and Elton John?
What's that? Is there an echo in it? Yeah, Billy Joel and Elton John. Did you see the story? They're going to be at Wrigley Field, July 21st, 7 p.m. Hopefully the Cubs are on the road that night. They'll all be out there at the same time. Well, Murph, what's wrong with Billy Joel and Elton John coming to Wrigley Field? I'll tell you what it is. One less night game. You read it again a month ago. Lou Piniella, Jim Hendry. Oh, we don't have enough night games. They have the 30, which, by the way, there's no one against that night game ceiling any longer in Wrigleyville. Just go ahead and do it. No one's going to fight you. If you want 40, you want 50, if it's going to help you win games and keep the players rested. But don't be belly aching about you only got 30 games when now you're only going to have 29 because you have to trade a night game for the neighborhood's okay for Billy Joel Elton John. July 21st, 7 p.m. You can't have it both ways. Let's bring in John. Hey, DeKalb John, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Murph?
Oh, good. What's your beef?
My beef's with Sean Avery. Still able to get a job in the NHL, slash the AHL with the hard for guys up there in New York.
Hey, sounds like you're getting horny right there.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate it, Frank. Appreciate it, Johnny. NHL executives, a big beef right there. Can I take one more, Jay, before the break?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stevie Kaufman, who's been holding the longest? Let's go to Paul in Antioch. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Murph, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, good, Paul. Everyone's going to Browns. Maybe you are. What's your beef?
My beef is with baseball executives, with the economy in the tank and good jobs at a premium. I'm sick and tired of these guys making millions and millions of dollars.
Are you talking about Pud Selig?
Well, yeah, he's at the top of my list. He could cut his salary 50% and he'd still be overpaid.
He could cut his salary to zero. He'd still be overpaid. This guy's done nothing for the game, but yet he loves getting on the radio in the different home booths, getting up there with the talking. He says, we have a renaissance going in baseball. Yeah, you got a runaway rampant drug problem if that's your definition of renaissance. Antioch, Paul, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it very much.
Don't try to understand them. Just rope, throw, and brand them. Soon we'll be living high.
Get back to a second round of phone calls right after this. What's your beef, my friends at Browns? Lunchtime at Browns. Beef. Welcome back. Second round of phone calls. What's your beef, my friends at Browns? Lunchtime beefs and Browns. I was thinking, we have a lot of ladies listening to the Score. And, Valentine's Day sneaking up. How about this? How about going to brownschicken.com, some nice gift cards for your guy, your husband. Hey, anytime you want to go to Browns here, little gift from me to you. What guy wouldn't love going on over for an Italian beef and Italian sausage? Hey, put them together, call it a combo. That's the favorite of President Frank Portillo over at Browns. All right, let's get back to the phone lines, the beef lines. At 1 o'clock, by the way, baseballprospectus.com. Their senior editor, Nate Silver, is going to come on and talk a little baseball with us. Plenty of A-Rod, Bulls trade talk. Final couple beefers, though, have been patiently waiting to beef. Hello, car phone Eric. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Murph?
Good, Eric. What's your beef, man?
Mine is the Bulls front office. They passed up on Kevin Garnett. Now he's with the Celtics winning championships. And then you got Pau Gasol going to the Lakers, who he passed on. I don't know how much more clear you need to make it to get one of these guys.
Well, Eric, to say they passed on him might not... if John Paxson's in the car right now, he feels that, Eric, I tried to get these guys. It does take two to tango. So they did not get him. That's what you're saying, and you're exactly right. They did not get these guys. I don't think Paxson passed on them. But what you're leading up to is let's get this thing rolling right now and Stoudemire get him to the Bulls without fail. Right, Eric?
Exactly. You need one of those Tyson Chandler, Chris Paul combos going now.
You got it. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Let's go next to Carphone Dave on the Score. Hello, Dave.
Murph, sir, how you doing?
Hey, buddy? What's your beef?
Well, as you know, our 401ks aren't doing so great, so what I did is I cashed out the pieces that I had left to buy a big old plasma TV, and then I find out that my cable company does not televise the Shamrock games.
Get out! You're not getting the Rocks?
No, I get the big TV and I can't watch Shamrock games.
Oh, Dave, I'm telling you, it's rough out there, but you know what? Go visit my friends. Have a couple big Italian beefs. You'll feel better. All right, Dave? Hang on, buddy. Hang on. We're going to make you feel better. And you don't have to win a trip to Browns. You'll feel a lot better going over for a great lunch, right? Me, I love Maxwell Street Polish. The meatball sandwich, those big meatballs, the marinara sauce on that French bread roll, and bloop, there goes another meatball right onto your beautiful necktie. Anyone still wear neckties? I wouldn't want to be the necktie guy right now. Let's go. Let's go to Oak Forest. Frank. Hello, Frank.
Hey, how you doing, Murph?
I'm fine. Frank, what's your beef?
My beef is I'm a Cubs fan, okay, been one my entire life, and I have a beef with other Cubs fans right now that talk about how, Wrigley would lose its mystique if it got renovated. To me, personally, there's no mystique in having to get out of my chair and walk to Boo-Foo to take a pee next to a bunch of guys in a trough. There's no mystique in, worrying about crap falling on my head. I think they should take a note from the South Side, redo the place. And I wouldn't mind seeing a nice big Jumbotron with instant replay up by where the scoreboard is. Doesn't bother me. Real Cub fans will walk into that field and love baseball and love that park no matter what they do to it. So that's me. Thanks.
Thank you very much. The trough gets a beef. I like the troughs. Who doesn't like a good trough? Now, no concrete has fallen, at least during games, since they put the netting up. The Jumbotron, if you got to put a Jumbotron up, just put it on top of one of the rooftops. You have to tear down the scoreboard. Let's not go crazy right here. And renovations, they renovated the bleachers under the direction of Crane Kenny, and I thought it would look like hell. I thought they'd butcher that thing up. And be honest, you walk in there, it's, what's the word, seamless. You can hardly tell where the old bleachers were and the new bleachers are. So I have no problem with renovation as long as it's done in the architectural style of the ballpark, which, you know what, they've proven in the past they will do. Let's go, but all beefs are welcome. Let's go next to Tight Line, a car phone. Hello, TL.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
Good. Bronze wants to know what your beef is.
My beef is about these Cubs and these night games. If I can recall, since 1908, before night games really existed, how many World Series did the Cubs win? And now that they got night games there, they still ain't going to win one until they actually pull the trigger and instead of giving away quality players like DeRosa and a promising prospect like PA, just to get guys with sore arms and stuff, they need to just go ahead and just pull the trigger, get them some bona fide players up in there so they can go ahead and turn this thing around and win a World Series before I'm 200 years old.
8888. So in other words, the lights have not, as far as we can tell, help the Cubs get into the World Series, because last we looked since 8888, no World Series.
No World Series at all.
Thank you, Tight Line.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Yeah. Those night games have not worked. So don't be bitching about only having 30 of them, Lou Piniella, Jim Hendry, Crane Kenny, when now you're going to strip away number 30 and only go with 29 this year so that you can fill up the old yard and split the receipts, I would imagine, is what they do with Billy Joel and with Elton John. July 21st, if you just got in your car. Big concert at Wrigley Field coming up 7 p.m. Eric, Glendale Heights. Hello, Eric.
Murph, how are you, buddy?
I'm fine. Eric, what's your beef?
My beef is with why do they waste the time and money to have the NFL Pro Bowl?
Well, that's a good question, which probably they are even pondering themselves up at Commissioner, what's his name, Goodell's office.
Yeah.
Why do they do it? They must make some dough somewhere, right?
The winning guys get like what they get for normally one snap in a regular season game. There's nothing to play for. They changed the rules.
Well, here's the thing.
Defense can't blitz. There's no challenges, reviews. It's a waste of time.
How about this? And I have to admit, I watched about 10 minutes of the damn thing, and I couldn't even tell which was the AFC, which was the NFC, because, there I see a guy with a blue helmet and a red jersey, and then I see another guy with a red helmet and a blue jersey. I go, which is which, for God's sakes? I see a bunch of Packers back in the defensive secondary with the mustard orange helmets. I go, I didn't know the Packers had that many great DBs, but did you see the one play? And I hope you didn't, because you'd be nuts to watch it.
I watched it.
How about this? Okay, then, second quarter, it's 4th down and goal on the 1. Remember? 4th and goal on the 1. Anybody would have kicked a field goal there in a regular game early in the second quarter, and they throw into the end zone. It's not even our game. It's just it's worse than exhibition. It's just entertainment created for TV. It's so bogus.
Exactly. I believe it's just a waste of money. I mean, Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth look like they're going to the beach.
How about this? How about there was a point, and this is every year, don't get me wrong, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. Every year there's a point spread. Vegas runs a line. It was a 2.5-point spread. I don't even know it was AFC or NFC. How can you have a point spread on that? And more than that, who in their right mind would bet on that game?
Exactly. I would never put a dime on it.
You got to really have a gambling problem if you bet on the Pro Bowl. Hey, Eric, hang on. Go visit my friends at Browns. Nice beef. Hang on, buddy. Send my guy Eric over to Browns. You know it tastes better. Value, Browns, not just lunchtime. The great, great dinners. Hey, honey, you've been working hard. I'm going to pick up some value dinner tonight. Browns, bringing home some of that delicious golden brown chicken from Browns. All the fixings on the side. No cooking for you tonight, honey. I'm bringing dinner home from Browns. Find the nearest Browns location at brownschicken.com. Let's go to our final beefer of the day, Volo, Illinois, up Route 12. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
Fine. What's your beef?
My beef is with White Sox management that said they need to trade Jermaine Dye away to get Bobby Abreu when they're content to keep Jim Thome with about the same salary. And aside from a handful of hits, big hits last season, his average was in the tank and he couldn't get runs in.
Well, Jerry, here's the thing. As impossible as it's going to be to trade Jermaine Dye, it's even more impossible to trade Jim Thome. Hello? Thanks, Jerry! Appreciate you. The truth hurts. Go visit my friends at Browns. You'll love it, value, enjoy it. How about an Italian beef for lunch at Browns? It tastes better.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering and BrownsChicken.com. All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.
Or else we'll get Bud Selig after you.
Bud Selig declined to talk to us.